are live, Tony.
Hey, all right. Got a great race ahead of us tonight. I'm looking forward to it. We're at the Nürburgring GT circuit, Will. I like this track.
It's a pretty smooth, flowing track, at least in my opinion, and I do enjoy it.
It really is. There's a lot of sprints on it, right? You got a lot of sharp corners and then heavy acceleration up to a sharp corner, heavy acceleration.
I like that kind of flow. It's interesting.
Got Grider lined up at the pits first.
Grider gonna be going out first here.
He's trying to pull the Will or the Tony.
You see on screen right now, a lot of amateurs right here. We've only got, I believe, 6 pros on grid, unless I'm miscounting. I am. It's 7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 pros
8,
and
9. 9 pros.
Where are you seeing the other? You
There's
can
28.
scroll on this. Word. Gotcha. So we got 19 AMs and 9 pros in the mix today. Near enough 30 cars on track. What do you mean you need Will? I'm here.
Will is here. Boo Tony. Boo you, Jaden. I'm just kidding. I don't want to boo nobody. Just this. There we go. I don't want the game to be so loud.
I wish I could change my personal audio channel for the game. Because it's extremely loud and I can barely hear you. Grider taking out a bunch of cones there on the right hand side of the track. Already getting rid of a potential braking marker there. I think. I think tonight is going to be a good race. You know?
I think it's going to be a great race. Sorry, I'm just adjusting all of my stuff here so I can
Oh, you're good.
see a little better.
Stream probably just heard a little bit of something stupid.
Yeah, I wish I was there. Believe you me. I wish I was.
Gotta flex the Prime sub there on my personal account. Subbing to the stream. Guys that are watching the stream, make sure to tell me if the audio is it's all screwy or messed up.
Give me a moment. The wife is calling me.
The game volume a bit down. I got you. Trust me, I could do with that too. It's blaring in my ears. Well, audio is good. I turned it down about 10% for the game audio. Tell me if that makes a difference. Jaden, I'm the one streaming today, actually. Or I'm the one actually hosting the stream as Grider goes off on his flying lap there. Goes into the gravel trap. Second wave across the boom then. I'll turn Tony up a little bit. Give him an extra 10%. Yeah, Grider. I actually really really enjoy racing against Grider.
Grider?
I like racing against him.
Grider's good. He just seems to have a few mistakes here and there.
He just actually made a mistake on his flying lap. Went off into the gravel trap there. We're on board with Kosovoon at the moment. This is going to be going around the last corner, and he's going to be the first one to set an actual flying lap.
Let's see what we're looking at.
And the benchmark is
155.5.
Burr coming in slightly behind with a 155.8. Eamon with a 156.2. Hello, Lizzie.
156s.
I need to turn. Tony, your audio is so inconsistent and I hate it.
That's probably my fault.
Oh my goodness, now you're too loud. What's going on?
I moved the mic closer to my mouth now, so.
Okay. Keep it like that, there you go.
Okay, I'll leave it right here.
Perfect.
Perfect.
If Steve Poe here actually jumped up above Burr in the first flying lap there. So Canyon is the guy to look out for.
7, 6.
Car 101 is going to be Canyon.
Eamon was shooting for second place there for a moment. Yeah, he's shooting for. See if he can pull it off.
He might do it, you know. He's 7.5 tenths up. He needs 7 tenths on the money to get first place. Goes a bit wide there, invalidates the lap.
Oh, bummer.
Commentator's curse at its finest. Mike Cortez, a red plate, is out on track right now. Stewards, question mark? Or am I mistaken here? Is this just like a visual bug?
What?
Mike Cortez, who's a red plate, is currently out on track with the white plates.
Maybe he just didn't, maybe he just misunderstood.
But he's got a lap now, so I'm not sure. Marrero crosses the line, goes quicker, or quickest, I should say, provisionally. 155.3.
Devin needs to get a time down on the board.
Here is Devin in the Mustang, going through the chicane.
Apparently not sitting so hot. No time on the board as of yet.
Hopefully he, there we go, gets put into 7th place. But I'm sure he can do better than that.
Well, I guess it would help if I'm watching the...
Rush Elliott in the McLaren, he's half a second up on his previous best.
Did we get Marrero at in the lead right now with the 155.3 over Kosovoon?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
55.5. Burr's coming down with a good lap right now. This would move him into about 2nd place. Almost first if he can get a little bit more time on. It should put him in first.
Let's take a look here as he crosses the line. Half a second up, following the Aston Martin of Kanya ahead of him. Getting a little bit of a slipstream there. Burr going into provisional pole. Oh, actually go on board with Rush Elliott, who is 4.5 tenths up. That'll put him probably in P5.
Should put him in a P5, yeah. He needs a little bit more time if he wants to move up into that 4th spot.
And he does get that done, 155.8. We got right after him Devin Anthony, It's gonna
Let's
be
go,
next
Devin.
round.
Let's go.
He's
Is he the
almost
only
a full
Mustang on
second
that
up.
track? I know there's only one more Mustang. There's 2 Mustangs in track in total.
There is no GTRs, which is a travesty. Sorry.
Oh man, I mean, gotta love a GTR.
I love me a GTR. Devin Anthony going up to 6th place, only gained 1 position there, I believe.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Mitch is saying he's hoping Kosovoon has a clean race. We'll see. He's known to. I was on a team with him for a slight moment. He's a good driver, good racer, but he does gets in his head and he messes up here and there. Gets a little unfocused. So we'll see.
Alright, there we go.
Jake is still on top.
Sorry there, had the look at the chat. Marrero gonna try for a better lap. He's currently 4/10 up.
This will put him in the lead, yeah.
He's about to come into the last corner now. Lost some time there on the exit of the chicane.
He's gaining it back, kinda.
Loses again on the exit. He's not gonna have enough.
No.
He didn't get a good exit there.
He had that.
And I believe he crossed the line before the 10-minute mark, which means he does get another lap in. So he still has potential here, but Burr on his lap is 4/10 up.
Oh, Burr's cooking right now.
Scrolling through the cars right now.
He's early in the lap though right now.
Yeah, there's still mistakes to be made possibly. Devin Anthony going through the chicane here. Through the final corner. Currently about 5/10 up. Dropping a little bit on the exit.
You can really cut those curves a lot more in that Mustang.
Yeah, Mustang's nice and heavy. Keeps you quite grounded.
Up into 5th place. Way to go, Devin.
We'll see if any red plates can beat him there.
Burr is still more than half a second up right now.
He is, and he's going to be coming up onto Kosovoon here. I don't know if we can see this in the helicam. You can see Burr in the background. Kosovoon is about a 10th up, and he needs just about a 10th, maybe a 10th and a half, to get that 2nd place, provisionally, of course.
Yeah,
Marrero is a second down on his lap, though. Kosovoon invalidates.
Dirtied it. No.
Crushing. And with Marrero 1.3 seconds down, it just lets Burr extend his provisional pole time right here. So he does a 154.9.
I think you said 154.
I sure did. I didn't mean to. But, Canyon driving into a bunch of walls.
He's doing what he's got to do.
He is. I'm confused about Mike Cortez.
I was just about to say, he's still out there, yeah.
He used the entire of the pros qualifying as a red plate and is now still staying out for the AMS qualifying.
He said what rules? I follow no rules. I make the
Apparently.
rules. Let's see if he pulls over after this lap. Let's see if he...
Let's see.
I mean, he realistically should not be out there. You're right.
Yeah. Looks like he's just going to keep staying out there, though.
Hey, he's going for it. He is currently in 1st place for the red plate.
That's because he's the only red plate with a lap.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
And the others have done their lap yet. Oh, Jaden. I'm not sure if they'll let you qualify, Jaden. I'm not too sure.
Oh, did he just jump in?
He did.
Is he in...
I mean...
Is he in the GTR?
No, he's in the Mustang.
Oh, okay. thought I saw GTR. That was my bad.
I mean, Jaden, as commentators, and I'm no longer really a steward, I'm going to say, do what you want. I can't guarantee you won't get disqualified from the session.
Oh, I like
or anything
Jaden's
like that.
livery. It's like a snake almost.
I
Kinda neat.
believe he told me off once for saying it was snakeskin. I believe it's supposed to be alligator or crocodile of some variety.
It's the same thing.
Well,
They're,
I made the
they're
mistake last
reptiles.
time. He says in chat gator skin to be
Yeah.
specific.
Had a gator. Alligator right there, I tell you what.
I
Had
don't
a
know.
big old gator.
I don't know what UF is, so
Oh, UF is the Ultra Friends logo.
is that
That
what that
was
is?
That was, don't even.
I don't know. It's probably an American thing that I don't get.
And moving up into first place for the red plates. Just getting passed by Mr. Tubog with the 156.3. That is their benchmark to pass as of right now.
That was most of these laps coming in now are their first actual timed laps, so it's kind of hard to follow from the commentating standpoint here.
Says you.
Well, you can read it on the board. I'm saying actual camera work.
I'm just giving you crap.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, this Porsche has a really nice livery. A Red Bull Racing livery. I think it looks really good. Quite suited to the Porsche, actually. I'm not sure if that's a livery based on a real life Porsche livery or not.
Oh yeah, I really like that. That's nice.
I don't think Porsche runs any Red Bull liveries, to my knowledge.
Oh, Metcalf got his livery in with his 007 livery. That looks pretty nice on the Aston Martin there.
There is that livery of Eric Metcalf. We'll be seeing all these liveries on the grid as well. Joey Johnson right now, going through the final corner. He was 7/10 up, but it looks to be getting slow by the car ahead a little bit. Actually maintains the 7/10 on the exit of that corner. Doesn't improve position-wise though, unfortunately for him.
Mr. Gerber moves into first place for the red plates as of right now with the 156.0. Just passing one of the white plates, Mr. Amon, putting him in ninth place.
We're going to be looking here at Greg Landry. He's currently 7/10 up on his lap. That should pop him up to maybe 12?
This is Jeff.
There we go.
Jeff's bagel run. Jeff's looking at me, not you, Jeff.
There's a lot more cars on the grid today than I've ever had to deal with commentating-wise. It's kind of hard to track. Gerber is actually ahead of one of our white plates currently, and he's still improving.
Yeah. This will move him possibly into 8th place.
If he's quick enough,
Yeah.
we shall see. In fact, if he
Eighth,
gains
maybe
even more
seventh.
time through this corner like he just did, he might even be able to get Devin Anthony.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Spot right there into 7th.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, Ryder isn't that far ahead of Devin. There's a good, like, 5 positions up for grabs for Gerber here if he keeps this lap going.
He maintains.
I'm going to step away briefly, and I'll let you take over for this, Tony.
Yeah, I can't change the camera or anything, so I'll just keep talking here. Tonkin moving up into 4th place. Gerber moving up into 3rd. Oh my goodness, that was a heck of a lap from him. Put down a 155.4, placing him in 3rd place as of right now. Red plate on top. Beating out Kosoboon, beating out a lot of other white plates. Tonkin, we need to give credit to, moves up into 2nd place with the 155.6. Nice. That puts him in 5th overall, but 2nd in the red place. That was a heck of a lap from both of them. We're on board with Tonkin right now. Meow. Noobs R Us. That's that GT Racing Academy livery there. It's a shoot off from Noobs R Us. Great bunch of guys over there. I know them as well as Noobs, always looking for people to come hang out. Devin, you got past there, bud. He did good, though.
Devin's already crossed by 2 red plates.
Look at Gerber and Tonkin, where they moved up to. Gerber's in 3rd place overall.
I did hear that. Fantastic
Spectacular
lap
race.
from him.
Yeah.
We're going to go take a look at Derek Bennett here, who's currently about half a second up on his lap. That is another nice livery.
I like it.
Livery spotlight day-ish. I don't know what I'm talking about at all.
It's okay.
A good
It's
day
clean,
for liveries. There we go.
It kind of reminds me of, hear me out, kind of reminds me of ice cream.
I don't get it.
That's okay.
Oh, Lizzie's here. Her livery hasn't shown up. She probably uploaded it wrong. She's about a second up on her time.
Yeah, GT Racing Academy in P3, P4, and P5 as of right now.
Lizzie crosses the line, gains a position. Good
Let's
job
go,
from her.
Lizzie.
She's going to be starting in 26th place. We have 31 cars on grid. Take a look at Wes Jones here, who's about half a second up on his lap. I didn't see how many positions he gained. Only got a couple cars left. I believe 2. We have 2 cars left. And one of them's invalid, I believe. So it looks like we just got Mike Cook here in the GT Racing Academy Mercedes, number 83, or 23 rather. That 2 really looks like an 8 on the side of the car. See if he loses any time out of this exit here. Actually gains time. Fantastic for him. He's going to be going 3/10 up. Probably not enough to gain him a position, unfortunately, but still a good lap from him.
Nice.
And this will be your starting order here. So I believe there are no more laps left to come in.
Nope. No, the other ones are just out on their out laps.
There's 31 cars on track. 29 of them actually putting in qualifying times. We'll take a quick look at the calendar today. Not much to show. Of course, this is a Tuesday, and this is the finale for the GT3 Rookie Series. And on Thursday, we will have the finale of the GT3 Open Series, which I believe is a 2-hour race, mandatory pit stop, of course. And that'll be at the Nürburgring 24-hour track, so the full Nürburgring loop, I guess you'd call it, or the 24-hour layout. And that hopefully is going to be quite chaotic, lots of crashes and excitement, hopefully. Nürburgring 24 hours is, of course, a quite difficult track itself. As we wait here for the start lights, or for everyone to get situated and ready, we shall go down and take a look at all of the cars.
Give me just 1 second here. I need to reconnect. There we go. Oh, did I lose all of the... Lost all of the data.
You may have done. Could you give us a readout of everybody on grid today, Tony?
Absolutely, I can. I'd love to. Let's go ahead and change this over here so it makes it easier for me to see. All right, starting first place, we have Jay Burr. Coming in second place, we have E. Marrero. That's Jay. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the stream. My bad. We have E. Marrero coming in third place, first red plate on track. Gerber, Mr. Gerber, Kosoboon coming in fourth place, number 777 there in the Ferrari. Fifth place, Mr. Tonkin, number 117 in that Ferrari, second place for the red plates. Kanya coming in sixth place. We have Mr. Poe coming in seventh place right there in that Ferrari as well. Chris Greider coming in 25th place, in 8th place, number 25, in that Porsche. You gotta love seeing a Porsche on track. Mr. Devin Anthony in the Mustang. Let's go Mustang, number 9th on track, followed by Mr. Elliott and number 10th place in that 94 McLaren. We have Amon coming in at 11th. They're in number 616. Mr. Tubog coming in at number 12. I keep saying Mr. I don't know. I got to stop saying that. M. Tubog coming in at number 12. Coming in 13th place, we have G. Landry. Sorry, not Laundry. 14th place in the second Lamborghini on track is A. Pittman. Let's hope to see what he's got coming out of him. Mr. Cortez. What was it? Full position Cortez, number 15. Coming in at 16, we have K. Kwok. Number 17, we have a J. Johnson. Coming in 18th, we have G. Bennett. I'm just trying to speed this up because of the...
Oh, they're going already.
C. Lai is there in 19th. We have Mr. M. Cook. In number 20. 21, we have W. Jones, followed by Mr. Almeida in 22nd. Mr. Metcalf, 23rd. C. Wells, not J. Wells, don't get them confused, coming in 24th place with Mr. Glenn Jacobs in his Ferrari at 25th. Lizzie doing good on the board today. She got in 26th position, followed by another Mustang on board, Mr. M. McDonald, number 27. Number 20, or in 28th position, we have Cicerone, M. Cicerone, number 999 McLaren. 29th, Brammer, coming in the BMW, followed by R. Brown in the BMW as well. Picking up the last position on field is Mr. Lloyd and that number 26 Mustang. I butchered a lot of names tonight. I kid you not.
It happens. It's all right. You see the drivers warming their tires, trying to get ready for the start of the race here.
Hopefully that beginning is nice and clean.
It could be nice and clean, or it could be complete chaos, depending on where people decide to brake.
Corner 1.
It's a long run down into turn 1, and it's a hard braking zone as well. Into a near... it is a hairpin, I'd say, is it not?
I don't know, it's definitely a hairpin.
I'd call it a hairpin.
That'd be, if we were rally racing, that'd be a... I forget what we used to...
I don't know. What you're talking about?
What's up, David?
Hello, David. I wish I could do a poll. Maybe I can. Can I do that? I don't know how to do
if
commands.
You know how. I don't either.
I'm not even gonna bother trying. So,
Talk to the helicam here.
Not mess with any of those settings. They're currently down the back straight, I guess you'd call it. About to come up to the chicane. As they're starting to go 2x2, a little bit of chaos in the back. People still wiggling about, warming their tires.
The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Sorry, your 2x2 reminded me of that song.
Okay. Hopefully, you know what? Not hopefully. I'm hoping to see some action and excitement, so I'm not, as a commentator and as a spectator, some crashing would be kind of neat. But as a racer, I hope everyone does it clean.
Get ready. We're almost ready to start this race. There it is. Green light.
We're getting a good getaway there. Leading us off. We're going to stay in American mode. See the UI elements back on here.
Looking at the back of the pack.
Looking at this kind of clumsy turn one. A couple cars off. Small bonks here and there. Further back in the grid. Doesn't look like anything too bad. Couple yellow flags though. Couple cars off track.
I think Lizzie hit the wall.
We'll take a 15 seconds back quickly to see what happened, dude.
Lizzie and Brammer.
Oh my goodness, that BMW on the left there getting on the grass brakes just not working at all.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
what happened to Lizzie.
A whole lot of bonks. That wasn't Lizzie's fault there, unluckily for her.
No, definitely not her fault.
Jay
very unfortunate.
Already a second and a half up the road from second place here.
Oh, Devin Anthony moves into second place.
Oh wow, where did he start?
He started, remember, he was like 7th or 8th.
Wow. Lizzie has a drive-through for something. I have no clue what for, but Lizzie has a drive-through.
Is that even possible?
Well, I don't think the UI is screwing with us that much, right? Surely not. I can't scroll down on that now. Gerber looked to have lost a ton of positions there. Gerber was up in 3rd place, was he not?
Gerber started in 3rd place overall, yeah.
He's already dropped to 16th position.
Oh, goodness.
That is a
Poe is dropping a lot of positions right now.
A yellow flag up here.
That's Poe and his Ferrari driving in the grass right now. Looks like he went off track at the chicane. Oh no, we had a little bonk right behind him.
Camera angles here. It's well, the bonks did happen. It was actually a lot cleaner than I thought it would be. Into turn 1.
Oh,
there's a little bit of a scuffle here at the front of the grid.
Watch the bonk happen between that ice cream car.
The ice cream car is outrageous, by the way. A couple cars here going too wide into the left-hander. Looks like Almeida decided to back out of there to not cause any incident. I'm not sure why Lizzie was given a drive-through. That is very
still don't
confusing.
understand that either, yeah.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
M2 Bog, red plate up in 1st place for him, 6th place overall, but he moves in with Tonkin right behind him. Oh, looks like we got a couple white plates split out. Hey, how about Lloyd? He's up in 18th already, starting back in 31st place.
Yeah, he must have capitalized on the chaos of turn 1 there and actually put himself up a lot of positions. Up at the front, Devin Anthony's actually set the fastest lap currently.
Bird just took it back. Oh, no.
Ryder's now got it. But that gap, which was 1.5 seconds, is now down to just the 1. And Kanya really needs to stop attacking Devin here. And they need to sort of work together to overcome that gap to Burr. Otherwise, he's just going to drive away with it.
Yeah. Ryder's hanging in for one of them to make a mistake so he can slide in past him. Oh, and there's
Kanya
a little
is
bit
basically pushing, actually just pushed Devin Anthony off the track, it looked like. I thought he was pushing him around the corner, honestly, but
they gave him a hey.
That's what happened.
Said, hey, how you doing?
And Lizzie's currently in the pits for her drive-through at the moment.
I'm gonna talk to the stewards there, Lizzie. Don't worry, we'll see what's going on with that. We'll have race control review it.
So Kanya now up into second place, and as that fight was happening between him and Devin, they've lost 3 seconds to Burr. Burr is now 3 whole seconds ahead of them on track.
Burr's the one really capitalizing here.
He is, truly. I think we saw Scissor on there lose about 6 positions, I want to say. Maybe an off track or a bonk. I'm not sure what happened back here at the back of the grid. We got some fairly close fights happening at the moment. Of course, Mike Cook there, a little bit overcooking it, and is still overcooking it in the gravel. Loses a bunch of positions. This track is going to be packed tonight with cars.
Oh yeah, especially once they get into the pits too, it'll spread out more and it'll be good race. I'm enjoying it already.
Yeah, we're gonna have lots of battles happening.
We have two bogs from Tonkin in first place, go for the red place with Tonkin following. Tonkin was doing really good there, and he was up within just a half a second, but now he's pushed it back to a second and a half, back into second place for the red place.
Herrera gains a position there, up into 10th place, overtaking Mike Cortez. Herrera, though, has a lot of damage on the back of that Ferrari, and maybe on the side as well, from what I can see there.
Yeah, he unfortunately was the result of some bonks, wasn't he?
I believe so. On board, well not on board, we're watching Gerber right now as they go too wide through the long left-hander. Rubbing, they're bonking each other, they're just rubbing though. Rubbing is racing, of course. Nothing too aggressive. I'm watching the gap at the front of the grid, and Kanya is closing the gap to Burr. It's down to 1.8 seconds from 3, so already a 1.2 second gain from Kanya, and he's even closing it even further, down to 1.4 already. That's good for him.
Grider put in work. He's in third. Oh yeah, he's still from that. That's right.
I believe Grider started in third, maybe.
Oh, trying to make a move here.
Too sure. A lot of cars on grid. This is going to be very difficult.
Ferrari, hey. Ferrari and Ferrari crime.
Transfer to the front here, where the gap is now less, or around about, hovering around about just a second. Kanya is quickly catching Burr. Kanya's best lap time is about a second and a half quicker than Burr's currently.
And Grider's.
And Grider's sticking with Kanya as well. Going to be a very interesting battle here at the front.
I love Kanya's livery. I say that every time. I love his like galaxy livery that he has. I think it's neat. It's neato.
Looks like we have a car off track, which was Bramer there at the chicane. Just now rejoining. Didn't see what caused that. He is down in 30th right
the race
now.
leaders a little bit.
He has. Looks like Burr's actually picked up a little bit of pace and is able to keep the gap at about a second now.
Bramer was one of those was the car that went in that grass in the very first corner and then hit Lizzie.
Ah, so he probably has quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, I don't think he's gone into the pits.
Here, look at this battle here. Right, 9th through 15th are all in pretty close contention.
Yeah, they are.
They're all going to be a big long train here.
Like a long train.
There's a couple gaps breaking it up, but nothing too major.
Tell you what, though, watching racing just makes me want to race so bad.
I know, Tony. I feel the same way right now.
Like, just let me race.
And we have a driver shout out for Chris Grider, currently running in 3rd position in the number 25 Porsche, the Hot Boys Racing livery.
That is very hot, boy.
Grider is a very quick driver.
He just got to not have any Grider moments.
Yes, it's a big thing about his racing is consistency, I feel like. As I just realized that this is an 1.5 hour race and not an hour-long race. I didn't even look at the clock up there.
Oh yeah, it's a long one tonight.
I might need to get some food in the middle of the stream. So I'm already getting quite hungry. But I'll have to deal with that when it comes. As it looks like Kanya actually went into the grass there, lost him a lot of time. Grider taking advantage of that, makes the move stick. And Grider's up into 2nd place now with a mistake from Kanya. And that gap to Burr has gone right back up to 3 seconds.
Yes, it has. Burr's having a great race tonight.
All Burr needs to do is keep it consistent, and he should come away with a pretty easy win.
I'm surprised Burr's not running a News or Us livery. He must hate us.
I don't think he hates us. I barely run one when I race. As there were a bunch of signs and sponsor boards on the track there that Steve Poe just ran right through. Kanya actually getting ahead of Grider again, and Devin Anthony has caught up to them. So this is now a 3-way fight for 2nd place. Sorry to leave the fight down here for in the midfield. But Cortez and Gerber both going too wide into the 1st corner. Cortez has the inside line. A little slow on the exit, but makes it stick. Now needs to hold on to it. Training about 5 cars all fighting for this 12th place right here. I believe it's 12th. My game and my race controller saying 2 different things.
Lloyd's at the back of that pack. Moved up 2 positions since we've seen him last. If there's any incidents here, I'd imagine he'd go and capitalize as well.
Now Lloyd very slowly but steadily making his way through the field.
Consistency is key.
That it is. Too bad I'm never consistent in my racecraft.
That's why you're track limits Figgins.
That's me.
I believe everyone agreed to change my name. I'm no longer almost reliable. I'm collarbone.
Tony Collarbone Dancer.
Yep.
Sounds like a name, alright. Mason McDonald here making a position on Landry for 21st place. Looks like Metcalf and Landry are actually going to go side by side into the left-hander here. And then we have a 3rd car in the mix. I believe that's Elliott in the McLaren.
Nope. Wide again.
Metcalf sticking it round. Ooh, makes it work with some very late braking there. Very brave on the brakes. Elliott trying to go around the outside, around that right-hand corner. Not working for him.
I like what I'm seeing though, some good clean racing. Close, good and clean.
They slam on the brake for the chicane. I think that chicane has got to be one of the most uncomfortable corners to actually race in real life. Because of how how bumpy the chicane actually is. Rush Elliott actually making up the position on Metcalf there though, up into 22nd place.
We have a dive bomb.
Is it a dive bomb? Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I don't know who's involved here.
Metcalf got creamed by...
We're gonna rewind it here. Oh my goodness. That is the BMW R Brown that was doing the dive bombing there. Car 997.
Okay, he did pull over and wait. But man.
That's good to know. Rush Elliott made a mistake right after as well. We're going to take a look at this. Just taps the back of the Mustang of Mason McDonald. Luckily, no one hits him there. And he was able to brake in time to stop before the actual racing line.
That was close.
He dropped down to 28th position. Looks like Jaden Lloyd might have lost a couple positions there. I'm not going to rewind that though, since I think that was quite a while ago. We'll take a look up here at 11th place between Garrick Bennett and Austin Gerber. Gerber going through on the inside of the last corner on the track, a right-hander. Pretty easy move to make.
Gerber's just gaining time on Bennett right now too. Oh, well, he was.
We're back down to the close to the back of the pack. Full cars here vying for 22nd position. Landry actually just made a position up on Cizeron behind him. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I think it's Italian.
But between him, Wells, and Cook, we're all battling for that 23rd spot.
Yeah, it looks like Landry actually pulling ahead about a second of Cizeron here. Metcalf and Brown still going at it behind.
I was just about to say that.
All three of these cars. This looks like it would be a very awkward battle to drive in.
Yes, it does. You can clearly see Metcalf keeps braking and holding off.
I think
he's not taking advantage of the racing line though either.
I think Rush Elliott actually has quite significant damage to that McLaren that he's driving due to the dive bomb that we saw earlier. A shout out for Kosoboon here, saying without incident so far, and that I think is true. He might have got caught up in a little bit of, or some small bonks. It looks like there is some damage to the left-hand side of his car.
There's a little bit of rubbing.
I think it's
like
anything
a little rubbing.
major. So just a little bit of rubbing here on the left-hand side. Nothing.
Now we're going to give the
life-threatening.
commentator a curse. Did he just go wide on that corner? I think he did.
Who?
Kosovoon.
I did not see it.
I was watching it from a helicam.
Gotcha. Got a battle here for 8th place between Steve Poe, Coleman Lai, and Eric Marrero.
Marrero is trying to make some positions back.
He had lost some earlier.
Oh yeah, during that first lap chaos.
We go look at the front here, where Kanya is getting chased down by Chris Greider. Once again, they're both closing in on the back of Burr, but they're going to keep fighting each other and causing them to lose more and more time to Burr, who is in front. And all the while, Burr is probably saving on tires and fuel, which will benefit him in the pit stop phase. Joey Johnson and G. Bennett having a little bit of a scuffle here for 12th place. Thank you, camera. That was awesome. Don't know why you did that. The Porsche of Johnson going a little wide there.
Dang, Bennett lost a lot of positions. Or maybe not.
I think it was just a bug, I think.
Okay, yeah, because it showed everybody was up and he was down.
A very ambitious move from Garrick Bennett there. That was borderline outrageous.
Oh,
I'm going to take a 15-second look at that again.
He sent Johnston sliding into the wall. Not much damage, but
Oh my
still.
goodness.
He went off track.
It looks like he got really squirrely under braking, and it caused him to sort of
Extremely.
break the tires away from the ground slightly and just make it not want to stop.
Extremely.
Unlucky there. Miguel Cizeron here, as I'm going to pronounce it. Still fighting. Trying to fend off Rush Elliott.
That livery makes that McLaren look long.
The long McLaren.
That's a long boy.
As Mike Cortez is in the pits with a huge amount of damage to the front end of that McLaren. My goodness.
Oh, his hood is sitting in his
lap. Oh my goodness.
He must have. I wonder if he nailed that corner wall coming in around the last turn, going into the pits, you know?
Oh, like I did one race. Quite possibly.
Happens to the best of them.
Maybe. This battered Mustang got damage on the front end and on the right-hand side of the vehicle. Looks like a lot of damage on the front end. Trying to fend off Landry and Mike Cook behind.
Mustang's just been getting beat up tonight.
By the looks of it, yeah.
Dang, Devin Anthony's fallen 4.5 seconds off from third place. He's currently still in fourth place.
So there's a move happening here. Landry, on the exit of the previous corner, was able to get a better exit. Goes way too deep into that corner. Oh, and then gets bonked from behind. It's all going off here. And that was Mike Cook, though, who ran into the back of Landry. There was a little bit of a bonk. Oh, that was incredibly close there. People need to stop trying to go on the inside of a really, really narrow chicane. There's another bonk. McDonald taking out Mike Cook there. That was just a pit maneuver.
I do think he got turned in on by Cook. I do think Cook turned in on him a little bit.
I'm sure the stewards will have to review that and see exactly what happened. Driver we haven't been looking at thus far this race, C.W. Wells sitting in 22nd position in the McLaren. Looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage. He's currently fighting for 21st. With
something's happened to our race leader. Not anything crazy, but his time is only down to a second 0.3. So he's lost a little bit of time compared to the 2.5 second gap that he had before.
That's actually just Kanya slowly reeling him in. I've been watching the gap slowly close over the past couple of laps. As you can see, Kanya's actually gotten ahead of Grider by quite a margin. And Grider was previously keeping up with him. There was a yellow flag briefly on track. Car 113, Aiden Pittman, looks like he spun out. Only lost 2 positions in the process though. Jaden Lloyd taking up a position on Almeida. It's for 16th. And it looks like we got some lapped traffic already.
Bound to happen.
I think the last 4 cars are currently being lapped traffic right now by the looks of it.
Lloyd up over the grass.
Lloyd in the grass, and that gives Almeida the spot back. But the Mustang down the straightaway is going to be crazy.
Hey, look at that gap it made. Oh, way too inside.
Thankfully, he can rely on the Mustang's great acceleration to save him there.
Yellow on track.
That'll be car 221. I don't see... That'll be Sean Bramer there, just now recovering.
Didn't lose any positions.
A solely beat up car though. The front of that BMW is not happy.
Neither's going to be his pit crew when they have to put it back together.
Definitely not. Looks like Landry is falling a bunch there. We're going to take a look and see what happened here. Rewind it. About 15 seconds. Just goes wide on the entry, slips on the grass and is unable to keep it under control, having to wait for a bunch of cars to pass to rejoin safely.
Oh, that's unfortunate, yeah.
Eventually getting back on track, but losing a whole bunch of progress that he had just made.
Super unfortunate. Tonkin still half a second behind Tubog. There's no way I'm saying that incorrectly. It's got to be Tubog.
It's either Tubog or Tubog. I don't know which. As there's a spin, McDonald gets taken out. I didn't see who did it. I think it might have been Mike Cook there.
That was the 007.
Oh, it was the 007. It was the Aston Martin of Eric Metcalf then.
Wait, was it? No, I think it was the Mercedes then. I think it was Cook.
It was Mike Cook, but we'll take a little bit of a replay. Well, that was after the incident. That was completely useless, and I apologize.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I think it was the Mercedes.
If it was, then that might have been a little bit of retaliation for the incident that happened before, because McDonald was the one that sort of slightly pit maneuvered Mike Cook in the final corner.
Oh, there we go. Tonkin just took the pass for the first place for red plates.
There we go.
Right before going into the Michael Schumacher S's. Or S, Michael Schumacher corner.
There you go. You got it.
I know what I mean.
That's all that matters. Tonkin though, up into 6th overall and 1st in class. Tubog down to 2nd in class, 7th overall. And Burr actually being able to maintain the at about 1 to 2 second gap over Kanya. It seems like Burr sort of lets off and does an easy lap. And then when Kanya gets close, he puts the hammer down and decides to actually start trying. Mike Cook off the track again in that Mercedes.
He is not having a good time tonight in that car.
Just being unwilling to cooperate.
That X on his bumper made me think like it was like a crosshair, like he got shot. Boop! Went off track.
I believe it is for in endurance racing. It's like a rookie driver thing. Rookies that haven't raced an entire season have to wear that. I'm not 100% sure. Oh my good gosh. The Scissoron going for the very ambitious move there behind and doesn't work out for him. He saw that complete dive bomb. Luckily Metcalf saw it coming and decided to stay out of the way.
Sometimes that rear view mirror is going to be your best friend.
A lot of times. Here we have Kosoboon catching Devin Anthony. The gap is currently about 4 seconds. This will be for 4th place overall and also 4th place in the pros.
Come on, Devin. There was just that Ford versus Ferrari series. You should have plenty of practice in that. Just as much as Kosoboon has practice in the Ferrari. I'd like to say my Mustang brothers are taking the charge.
Gaps open back up again. It's about 1 to 1.5 seconds. So Mike Cook is in the pits. Fixing the, maybe got some suspension damage there from that incident he had just a while ago.
I would use this as my pit and just run the full rest of the, take full fuel, change my tires, and just run the rest out on that pit. Since your pit window's still there, that's what I would do.
I think you're a maniac.
No way.
But then again, I also like to go for a complete overcut on my pit stops.
I mean, he's just in the pits already, probably just getting repaired, but I would just take advantage of the repair, just do it all at once, and don't plan on going back in.
It's definitely a strategy option worth considering. We have Marrero also in the pits right here. I'm not sure if he has damage to his car. Not too sure. Joey Johnson fending off G. Bennett behind.
Surprised to see pitting so early.
There's a lot of damage on cars out today.
Yeah, there is.
And all the incidents has been happening.
That poor Porsche, that thing looked nice, and now it looks a little worse for wear.
Looks so beat up. This is the current fight for 23rd position between these three cars: Eric Metcalf, R.L. Brown, and Greg Landry. Metcalf in the 007 Aston Martin there. Not the race number, that's the livery.
Punterino.
Marrero coming out of the pits. He's going to end up in 25th overall and last in the pros at the moment. And the grid sort of widening out here.
Had that yawn hanging out there. Osgood's back within that second of Devin Anthony.
For him, we got
So
a little bit of a fight here.
Oh, nice.
Pittman trying to go for the switchback on Almeida. Doesn't work out. Almeida able to cover it off. No deep lunges into the left-hander here. Slight bit of sliding and oversteer from Pittman behind.
I like that Lamborghini.
It is a nice Lamborghini. He's able to keep that under control.
Lamborghini.
Okay.
Dubby.
Hayden Pittman actually goes wide on the second part of that chicane. Loses a little bit of time. Oh my goodness. Metcalf made up around about a second gap to Wells and actually made that work. As these guys are coming up to lapped traffic here. The car in front of Metcalf is a lapped car. That will be Mike Cook.
For that being a very simple livery with that 007 livery, very simple, very just basic. I like it. Keeps drawing my attention. I like that noobs on the back, very bright, easy to see.
And it looks awesome.
I'm easily impressed.
Oh, it's a couple cars are actually off the track ahead here. I don't know who that is.
Oh, Cicero losing a lot of time.
Cicero and Mike Cook there, who aren't even racing each other. Mike Cook was a lapped car. I'm not sure what happened there, but they're currently not even on the same lap. Neither of them on the lead lap. We're back to R.L. Brown.
Panya's within a second of Burr.
I'll be keeping an eye on that. Thank you for the heads up. I just saw an Aston Martin drifting through that corner. Metcalf obviously pulling out all of the stunts today. Brown and Marrero going too wide into the left-hander. Are able to stick it around the outside. Or, sorry, that's is that Marrero? That is Marrero.
Burr's running up on lap traffic, giving Kanye a chance to catch up.
We'll take a look here at Burr.
Down. He's giving him the pass. Gave both of them the pass.
I'm going to put it in the helicam and hand it up to you, Sonia. I'm going to go grab myself a bite to eat very quickly.
Yeah, when you get back, I'm gonna grab myself a drink very mediocrely quick. All right, so what are we looking at here? We are on Mr. Burr right now. We're not going to see much from his point of view since he is so far up in the lead. But coming into corner one here, he's roughly a second ahead of Kanya behind him. He's been staying at least, he was 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds up at his highest. But this lap traffic will definitely be slowing him down because there's 2 cars there immediately right in front of him. We'll see what kind of damage or what kind of issues might be caused. If they let him pass quickly, then it's a beautiful thing. It'll be no thing to worry about. He'll just continue on his little racing journey that he's on. But if he has to battle those cars at all, that's going to give Kanya the opening that he needs to catch up and close that gap. He's 0.9 seconds behind right now, second going into the corner. So it's just a matter of time. Just playing that patient game. Never give up. Never surrender. I wonder what Will's eating. Alright, here we go. Burr's catching up. Blue flag has been deployed. Oh! Gives Kanya what he needed. Look at that. Kanya's got the run. He's got the brake. Oh my god. Oh no! 3 wide. Oh no! Look at Kanya! Oh. Wow, that has been unfortunate. But now he's got Devin Anthony coming up right behind him. Kanya unfortunately got into Burr, had a little bit of an incident, and now Burr is sitting in 3rd place with Devin Anthony right on his bumper. Mustang's going to have that top end speed. He's not going to have the cornering as much as the Lamborghini. Okay, and it's still clean. Oh, wait a minute. Why is Kanya has lost first place as well, and now Chris Greider is in the lead.
I am back, and oh my goodness, what happened?
Oh my goodness! So Burr ran into back markers. He didn't run into. He got caught up by. So Kanya caught. They were 3 wide at one point, and then 2 wide, and then him and Burr and Kanya just kept bumping. And then they had an incident going into the, they both spun going into the chicane near the end of the track.
My goodness, and that leaves Greider in first place as Kanya hops into the pits. Have they done their pit stops? Or was that just an incident I'm seeing there for the 2-minute lap time?
For the 2:08?
2:10, yeah, runabout.
Well, that's because he's went into the pits. We had to slow down to go into the pits.
I see.
I think. I believe. But no, yeah, that was the previous lap.
I wish I was there to see it, but I guess I'll have to watch it on the VOD. My timing, I guess. I just wanted to get something to eat.
I couldn't replay it or anything either. I'm like, no!
Well, we'll have the VOD for that.
Oh, Burr almost got slammed into the pit wall.
Is that Devin Anthony that almost did that?
No. It was, I don't know how to tell the difference between the back marker traffic and their names, so it's... That blue back marker right there almost bumped him into the pit wall.
You could turn on the relative on the race control, and it'll tell you sort of who's coming up on who.
Oh, that's so much easier.
Currently we got Burr getting chased by Devin Anthony.
Yep.
seems to be just about everything that's happening at the moment. A couple cars darting the pits, Eamon and McDonald.
Grider having a 7-second lead out in the front right now. He benefited from all that that craziness that happened. All right, I'm grabbing a drink right back.
Okay. Just me in the booth now. Let's hope nothing crazy happens while Tony's away. Oh, hey, Mike. How's it going? Mr. Burkov in chat. Looks like things have calmed down quite a bit. There's no real fights happening at the moment. A couple cars in the pits, of course. As we're taking a look at Chris Grider in the lead by about 6 seconds, but Burr is going to be trying to hunt him down. I didn't see really what happened in that whole incident. I'll have to go back and take a look at the VOD afterwards. Of course, I will be uploading it to YouTube myself so I can take a peek at it. But isn't it just like me to be the most unlucky with timing? Grider catching lap traffic and this Mustang sort of really yielding. We got a yellow flag on track. Car 450 of C. Wells was off at the first corner using the yellow flag. Grider finally getting past this lap traffic as Eamon gets a drive through. Down in 17th position, not sure how that came about. The gap just a few moments ago between Grider and Burr was 6 seconds. It's already down to 4.5.
Thanks, the Grider's lost a lot of time, huh?
Yes, already lost quite a lot of time. Johnston now going into the pits. Check down the rest of the grid. McDonald has a stop-go 30 for speeding in the pit lane. As he's off track, rejoining very dangerously there, almost taking out Burr, who's in second place. That could have been horrific. And now Lamping is behind him. We go back to Poe actually taking over Tonkin there for 4th place.
Tonkin still in 1st place for the red plates.
Is good for him.
Followed by Tabag.
I'm going to leave it on an onboard with Burr as he chases down Mr. Grider in the front as I fetch my food from the microwave.
He's wondering again what he is making. Who's he looking at? He's looking at. We're on board with Burr. Meow. The Lamborghini, I love the front of it, how it just dives right off. And the front of your car is literally right there, so it's easy to place it on the corner. You know exactly where it's at. Nice thing to witness. Oh, we have Lloyd losing some positions. But he's in a four-way battle between Kanya. Lloyd! Sorry, I know that doesn't help you guys when I stream. But we have Lloyd in 9th, followed by Kanya in 10th, followed by Lai right behind him, and Costume right behind him. For a four-way battle going in for 9th place right now. Kanya has pitted. Kanya overtaking Lloyd, moving back up into 9th place.
But I didn't miss too much this time. So I've got a battle for 9th place right here. Kanya still with the fastest lap of the race, being a 155.375. We have Wes Jones driving into the, or I believe it's Wes, is it? Yes, Wes Jones diving into the pits there for his pit
I
stop.
love Aston Martin. I am an Aston Martin fan.
Aren't we all? Common
No,
light.
actually, a lot of people don't.
I see. Common light under pressure from the two cars behind of Bennett and Kossaboon.
Stop and go. Childish Romeo asking, what does a stop and go mean? A stop and go means that they need to return back to the pits. They need to make a full stop. They have to turn the car off, right?
You do not need to turn the car off. I
Okay.
think.
You just gotta make a full stop, and then once it'll clear, and then you can start going again. You may need to turn the car off. You may not. But
So
you definitely have to stop.
So a stop go 30, for instance, like McDonald has here. You have to go into the pit lane, of course, adhere to the pit lane speed limit, which is already losing you time. Stop in your pit box for the full 30 seconds, and then exit. And that will be your penalty.
And hope you don't speed on your. You have to turn your car off, pretty much. And then hope you don't speed again leaving. Lloyd entering the pits right now.
We have a whole gaggle of cars in the pits here, right at the halfway point in this race.
Well, I did hear right about now there was going to be a pit party, a pit pizza party.
Is that what's happening right now?
And I think they're all just gathering to grab that and maybe a beer.
I could do with me a beer.
You have to shotgun a beer and eat a slice of pizza during your pit stop.
I don't know who came up with that rule, but that needs to be a permanent thing in Noobs R Us, I feel like.
Yeah. Who's getting the pizza?
Oh, sure.
Maybe it'll have to all be self.
Maybe we'll have to do that with our trip to Indianapolis.
Heyo. How old are you, Will?
I'm 22.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay. I was like, are you old enough to drink? Heck yeah.
Yes, I'm old enough to drink.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Indianapolis. I'm gonna have fun.
We have the both first and second place in the pits right now, Grider and Burr.
I'm gonna let my hair down.
Both of them in the pits.
Is Grider leaving the pits now, though, as Burr's going in?
He is
Oh, no.
not. He just has the last
Oh,
pit box.
no. He pitted before Grider did.
And we have a red plate leading this race in
Mr.
overall first.
Overall first, baby. Dang, the positions have really gotten switched up by the pit stops. It's very, very interesting. Brown. Lizzie has made up 2 positions after coming in that last place with her that drive-through and that accident that she was forced into. She's in 29th position now. Show her. Let's go, Lizzie. Going to sleep? Is Jaden giving up and just going to sleep? Okay. Oh. I'm responding to you and no one can hear you. Yeah, it looks like Lloyd is bounced out. He's no longer racing.
Yeah, Lloyd did
Oh
have
no!
to go.
We had Pittman.
Metcalf had a little bit of a
Metcalf and Pittman.
a little bit of an incident there. Currently, Miguel Tubog in first with a 35-second gap. I don't think he's had his pit stop yet. He is not.
Oh wow! No, he has not. Look at Kanya. He's making his way back up to 3rd place. Essentially 2nd place, only 4 seconds behind Grider right now.
I don't
Man, that
think.
was really important between Burr and Grider. Or Kanya, I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't able to witness the incident. But looking at the pit stop times here, I think Kanya might have gotten tires and Grider didn't. Based on their pit stop times, Grider was in the pits for 1 minute and 4 seconds, Kanya 1 minute and 11. We'll have to see Tubog now going into the pits. That is our race leader in the pits now.
That's 13 seconds. That's fuel, isn't it? That's full fuel?
I'm not too sure.
I know fuel takes 13 seconds to fill. Something like that. Well, 12 positions. We had a couple people who made up 12 positions overall. Tuba currently 11 positions up right now. In first place. Oh. Oh, he's in the pits now. Okay. He just pitted, moving back down the field. Who are we looking at? We're looking at Devin Anthony here. Devin Anthony coming in at third place right now. 7 seconds behind Kanya, 7.5 seconds. But he's only a second ahead of Jay Burr, Mr. Burr. So let's see. Burr's he's been doing some good racing today. So we'll see if Devin can hold him off. There's 39 minutes left in the race tonight. What are we watching? We're watching Devin Anthony still? All right. You can see your ambulance, folks. We'd like to thank all the first responders here on track, making sure that everyone has a safe race tonight. If there's any incidents, they're there right there on track to make sure that they see any medical that they need. I'm just rambling over here. Don't worry about me.
That is fine. Now, Burr doesn't not only has to catch up with Devin Anthony and try and attack while Devin's defending, he also has to worry about Kosovoon right behind him.
Yeah, he's catching up right now, though. Look at that. He's 0.2 seconds behind.
He's probably not going to get it down on the back straight due to the Mustang's top end speed. Maybe into the braking zone, though. Not happening there.
Let's see. I'm watching the stream instead of watching the live race like a dummy.
Okay. Looks like Almeida just made up a position against Cizeron down here in 16th place.
You were doing good, Jaden. You were doing good.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic, Jaden. I just noticed that.
You know what? I think I'm going to stop complimenting Jaden in all regards. What do you say? Good night, Will, not you, Tony?
That is what he said.
What did I do? If anything, I was the one that was always nice.
Cizeron there, or Cizeron, almost going off track. As this fight for 16th place is heating up, we have Wes Jones entering this fight. And they have the race leader right behind them here. Chris Grider is right behind these guys. Actually,
let's see what happens.
Go on board with Grider and watch the fight from his point of view. He might get caught up here and lose some time to Kanye behind. Looks like Wes is going to let Grider through. Actually, we're going to go outside and take a look at this fight happening. Burr was closing slowly. The back marker getting out of the way, fully out of the way, going off track to get out of the way. That is some dedication to getting out of the way there.
Gentlemen.
Just fully opened the door and got out of the way.
He said, oh, man. Just pull over this guy. Grider got past all the back marker traffic, so he's got a clear run now.
Take a very quick look at Kanye, see that he is actually caught up in all the back marker traffic, which is not great for him.
No, it's not.
As Burr trying to get the switch back.
I'll keep an eye on Kanye.
Slightly on the wrong side. Burr not able to make anything happen of it. As Devin Anthony keeps defending the position. Devin Anthony is a known, really well-known defender. As he drops down, I look away from my monitor for a nanosecond. No. I'm going to rewatch it.
He had Mustang things.
So just on the... Oh, it looks like some oversteer on the exit, just too much on the accelerator there, and just completely opens the door for Burr to go through.
Oh, wait, no, that was just a back marker. Never mind, not important.
Okay.
Sorry, I got excited.
It's like, I think that might have been Almeida in the background getting passed by Cizeron due to him going off track.
I was watching Kanya, and he had the back marker between him and Grider. And the back marker went off, and I got excited. Looking at Cizeron here. What?
I was going to say, not many fights at the moment. I can only see three instances of people being within a second. Cizeron going into the pits, though. I didn't realize
a couple people
Cizeron hadn't made a pit stop yet.
I think 3 cars just went into the pits right now.
That is interesting.
Oh, we had pits.
What
We had
happened?
an overtake. We had an overtake in the pit lane.
What happened there? Oh, wind it back 30 seconds. Who was it?
Eamon overtook Cizeron in the pits.
We'll take a look at this. Aim in the white plate.
That was interesting.
Let's
He
see
came
what
in the
happens
pit.
here.
He overtakes right before he needs to slow down. That was beautiful. That was well done.
Oh, I see what you mean there. Cizeron just gets caught lacking in the pit entry and loses out because of it. We have Rush Elliott also in the pits now.
That was nice.
Take a look at RL Brown getting chased by Eric Metcalf and Mike Cortez. Cortez falling off the back of Metcalf ever so slightly.
Cortez, after his long run through the qualifying, not finding himself in great position right now. Johnson moving up to 11th in his Porsche, in that Red Bull Porsche. Oh, we got Brown about to get passed by Metcalf. We're battling a little bit here for the 20th position. Let's see if they can keep it clean. You guys are just joining us. We're here in beautiful Germany tonight at the Nürburgring racing circuit. The Grand Prix. Nürburgring, I think it's the Grand Prix, right? Is that what it's called?
It is indeed the Grand Prix circuit.
Grand Prix circuit, yeah.
We'll take a look over here at Common Lai, trying to fend off Rush Elliott, even though they are not in the same class. And I believe that's JJ Burr weaving his way through traffic, or maybe I'm mistaken. I am actually looking at Common Lai's car there, mistaking it for the Lamborghini of Burr.
Oh wow, that was a nice little break.
I think we have
Oh
a
no!
car
Yeah, we had
off track.
Brown, corner 1.
R Brown, or
Yeah, our Brown, corner 1.
looks like he got bonked by the 007 car of Eric Metcalf. Unfortunately, didn't see the whole story on that.
Unfortunately, that article was ripped out of my newspaper. Oh, laugh! That was stupid. What I said.
Oh, it was. It was.
Don't give me the acknowledgement.
As we are in pretty much the last third of this race now, only 30 minutes left to go. Our leaders have changed places quite a bit. Let's see who the current biggest loser is in terms of position. And it looks like it's going to be Patrick Amon, who's lost a total of currently 16 positions. He's also in the pits right at the moment. I wonder if he has actually decided to abandon the race. I'm not sure. And our biggest winner so far, let's see.
We got a
Looks
couple
like
for
it's
12 places.
Are you stupid?
Me?
Yes.
Well, I'm not looking at it currently, so I don't know what it is. I'm just saying there was a couple 12 places gained overall.
Gotcha. Currently, our most improved in terms of position driver is going to be RL Brown. He's currently 8 positions above where he started. And he's running in 22nd position. Ryder actually is up 7 positions also, and he's in first place. That's really good for him.
He's having a good race tonight. No incidents like he would typically.
As
like
we see him
say.
literally drifting around the corner. Somebody clipped that. Literally, as Tony says that, he's drifting around the corner. That was
It's nice to look up at the stream and catch it.
outrageous timing. No one really close to each other on track at the moment. It's probably some people closing on in each other though. Kosovoon and Poe are going to be the closest on track in terms of actual positional fights. This will be for 5th place. Poe in 6th currently, about 6/10 behind. Going to be going on the attack hopefully. Both of these guys in Ferraris today.
How do you feel about the Ferrari?
I find it to be quite a stable car. I'd say it's beginner friendly. I quite enjoy driving it. Very easy car to drive.
The meta cars are the ones that nobody drives. The GTR, the Bentley, the Mustang.
Oh, for sure. It's totally not the McLaren.
I do not like the McLaren, and I hate that it gets such a good rep that it gets.
Poe actually making the overtake happen on Kosovoon there. Kosovoon angry, gonna try and do some. That was, if he had gone for a very brave attempt through that left-hander. Gonna be sticking with Poe though. Okay. Indeed.
Hey man, it's been a long stream, right? We're an hour in.
We still got half an hour to go.
27 minutes left on the clock.
Kosovoon still attacking Poe for this 5th place position.
He's not going down without a fight, that's for sure.
It looks like unfortunately Eamon had abandoned the race. He's still in the pit lane. Unfortunate for him after losing 17 or so positions.
He heard you making fun of him and he gave up.
I wasn't making fun of him.
I don't think you were either.
I make fun of Devin Anthony all the time though. And you. If I ever see you racing, you're getting clowned.
That's okay, I deserve it.
Landry here on the defensive against Pittman. Pittman in the Lamborghini. And there's a whole bunch of Ferraris positionally in front of Landry. Another 4 of them right in front of him. Pittman just closing. A little bit of a bad exit there on the chicane. As I'm keeping note at the front of the grid, the gap between Ryder and Kanya down to 1 second.
I'll keep an eye on them and let you know if I see anything develop.
Alright, sounds good to me. Pittman just dropping off slightly off of the back of Landry. We'll see if he recovers a little bit and is able to get back on Landry proper. Steve Poe still getting attacked by Kosovoon for the overall 5th place position.
see. Grider's going to be getting held up here. Let's see if... Oh.
We'll take a look. Looks like maybe a bit of stoppage there. I'm not sure who the car is. The back marker seems to let Grider through easy enough. We'll see what he does with Kanya here.
Wells.
That's Wells. Kanya having to go on the inside, but Wells staying on his line. There was a car off track in the background. We'll ignore it. Totally professional race car drivers here. And Kanya closed the gap from 1.2 seconds down to 0.6. Cut that time in half. And he also currently has the fastest lap of the race, lapping about 9/10 quicker than Grider.
Last lap, only second faster than Grider as well.
I think you need to step a little closer to your mic again, Tony.
Sorry.
There we go. That's what we like to hear.
That's what we like to hear. I was just saying that Kanya's last lap compared to Grider's was almost a second faster.
Aye, it was. We also got this fight still for 5th place between Poe and Kosovan. Thank you for the raid there.
Hatley.
Hatley. I can't read.
Hatley 89, baby.
Hatley 89. I appreciate the raid here. Welcome to the channel. Unless you've been here
Glad
before,
to have you.
sure. I am just the streamer here, or one of the streamers here for Noobs R Us. We host races every Tuesdays and Thursdays and occasionally on Sundays.
His name is Wolf Higgins. If you do not like him or his voice, please do let us know.
Don't let me know. I don't want to hear it. All of your complaints will be put into a raging bonfire fueled by gasoline. What were you saying there, Tony?
Oh no, Jeremy was just saying, hey, hope the race is going well. It's going well. There's been a lot of bonks, a little bit of incidents.
Yeah,
overall, it's been an exciting race.
Been some crazy moments.
We've had moments, everything from the leaders all the way back down to the back of the pack.
Thank you, Patley. Well, we both appreciate it here, and hopefully this race is going to finish excitingly. We got 20 minutes left. Currently no cars in any fights at the moment on track.
Yeah, no one is even within a second of anybody else as of right now.
The closest fights we have are for the lead between Grider and Kanya. That's going to come down to the wire. We have an 18th place fight that might happen between Landry and Pittman, who we were watching before. That could develop. I don't see much else. There's a couple cars with a 2-second gap, but for the time being, we're going to go over the little bit of the grid order. Grider, who started in, let's see here, where did he start? He started in 8th. He was 8th on the grid at the start of the race, up into 1st. Then for Kanya, who's in 2nd place, he started 6th on the grid, so he's gained 4 positions. And in 3rd, we have Burr, who started on pole for the white plates. And that is going to be a top 3. He is down 2 positions, indeed. Everybody's already done their pit. And that's for the white plates. Red plates, in an overall of 7th position, but 1st in the red plates is Tonkin. He actually has lost 2 positions from his start. Then we have
overall.
yes, that's correct. And then we have Tubog in 2nd place for the AMS, 8th place overall. He actually gained 4 positions from the start. He started 12th on the grid overall. And then in 3rd for the red plates we have Gerber, who's going to be 9th overall. And he's down around about 6 places from his original starting position. And as we are seeing here, Kanya has actually caught up with Grider, and there's a 0.3 second gap right now. So this is heating up. This is really heating up here.
Hey, do you wanna, never mind. I wish I could have raced too. I feel like I could race, but I get yelled at, so I can't race.
Who's yelling at you, Tony?
Sabrina's gonna yell at me if she sees me racing.
Do you care what she thinks?
Yes.
Oh.
She's my wife.
Well,
She's my wife. I kind of have to.
And you're losing a bit of time around that right-hander. It goes a little wide.
Well, we'll see. Grider's coming up against back traffic right here, and that's going to be Lie. He's currently in 14th. Lie.
Looks like he's getting out of the way, even going under the gravel
wow.
to do so. Thank you for that camera angle. That was completely useless, ACC. I hate you. The gap.
It did absolutely nothing.
It really didn't do much. The gap, 0.4 seconds. As this race coming down to the wire, 20 minutes left to go. Any mistake from these guys, like that one from Kanya, is going to be very costly this close to the end of the race. He's got a 2-second gap to make up.
Any mistake, and then he goes off.
Commentator's curse at its finest, on point. I've never seen worse timing. Apart from me stepping away to get some food and the lead completely changing because of an accident.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting there. I'm glad I got to see that.
I'm glad somebody got to see it. I'm glad somebody got to commentate on it. Imagine if it was just me streaming and that happened while I was getting food.
Well, it was good that you at least had somebody else on the... Like, you were watching the cars when it happened.
Yeah, well, I guess that's just a precognition for me. We have a car around the final corner. I'm not sure who that is. Looks like car 450. C. Wells was off the track. Head back up here at the front. Simbo's caused a temporary yellow flag down on track.
We've got a pretty hefty gap up in the 22nd place ahead of him.
He does. That is an ungodly amount of a gap.
He's got 1 minute and 17 seconds to get to the next ahead of him.
Kanya once again slowly closing the gap. I believe it was a 2.3 second gap. Now it's down to 1.8, so that's already half a second gone. So take a look here at Tubog, who's got Gerber hot on his heels. You see Gerber in the sort of purple Ferrari right behind there. As Kanye closing that gap even more on the to first place.
1.5 seconds.
I believe Miguel Tubog actually gained a lot of positions. He's currently up 4 positions from his grid start. I said that a couple minutes ago, I want to say. He's doing very well, but now he has to defend from Gerber, who started a lot higher than he did.
Bramer just got to stop and go 30.
Who did?
Bramer, he's in 29th place, so.
I'll take a quick look at this.
You got to stop and go. He's probably speeding in pit lane.
Must have been. Go
He's
back.
not having the best of races. He had that accident in corner 1 of that time. The front of his car looks a lot better, though.
There you go. Gerber basically pushing Tubog out of the exit of that corner. And is Tubog going wide but staying in it down the back straight up towards the chicane. Holds it. Great move from Tubog, able to keep that position defended. Especially from
McLaren on those thirds.
Yeah. It's a fantastic sequence there.
Hauling beams down the back straight for the front straight play.
Tubog still defending. Maybe Tubog is actually trying to slow Gerber down so that Marrero behind put him under pressure, but Marrero's in a completely different class. So I wonder if that's even a bother to Gerber at all.
No, there's no way he's running slow to let him catch up.
I actually do that somewhat often.
Do you?
I do. When I'm racing, if I'm in front of Darren, sorry to interrupt here actually, but I'm interrupting my damn self, who cares? Kanya catching up with Grider now up to 0.6 seconds, 0.5. It's definitely heating up here. As I was saying, yes, I do actually back up sometimes the cars behind me, especially if I know that they are concretely faster than I am. I try and slow them up to get the car behind to put pressure on them, to sort of get them off my back.
I got you.
It's one of the strategies I use, not to good effect. Since I'm not very good. Well, that's how it is. We're gonna actually take a little bit of an onboard with Kanya here, as it looks like he might be about to get this move done.
Just move back and close to the left, but it's overtaking Tubog.
Oh, is there a little bit of contact, a little bit of bumping and banging? Rubbing is racing. As they say, Kanya taking it into first place. He's got in front of Chris Grider. I'm not sure who that back marker is. I think that might be Lizzie, actually. She might have caused something there.
That is Lizzie.
I'm not too sure. I'm not going to blame it on her yet. I'll have to see what happened. We have a yellow flag at the opposite end of the track to what we're seeing here. R216. That is... I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure who car 216 is. Maybe it was 716. It might be Mike Cortez. I believe it was. In addition to this fight at the front, we have a three-way fight, possibly for 8th place.
Oh,
it's looking like.
Going off track. Just a little bit.
See Ryder going off? Oh.
There wasn't anything.
Nothing major. Then we have a small fight for 18th place here between Wes Jones and Pittman. And I'm not sure if I highlighted this one. This small little fight between Miguel Tubog and Marrero behind. This is not Marrero going for the pass. I'm not sure what car that is that's passing like that.
Tubog is the white car.
Oh, I see. That's my mistake.
There's the white car.
We're back to the front of the pack here. Tony, you could do the leaning into your mic a little more again, by the way. You seem to be drifting away from me periodically.
My mistake? My mistake. I'm also not talking as loud, too, so...
It could be it. We'll take a look at Tonkin here again, as Gerber is getting mighty close to taking that position. And look at those two purple Ferraris as one of them goes straight into the gravel as I say that.
Well, take a look, and we did. Grider now is second behind Kanya in second place. Kanya taking that lead, making a run with it.
See, a whole bunch of... I'm just bewildered by how many Ferraris there are out on track.
There is a lot.
I don't think Ferrari has ever made that many cars ever. There's a whole cluster F word here
That's
going
four
on.
of them right there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah.
3 of them are for position. I believe that white car behind is a back marker.
Oh, little bonk.
Small bonk there. Tonkin able to extend the gap. We just missed that. I'm going it back 30 seconds. Grider actually overtook Kanya there. We're going to see what happened.
Oh, wow, yeah, I
with
didn't
Kanya.
see that either.
Nothing crazy on the exit there. It might have been this back marker.
I was going to say there's a back marker.
Mustang braking
No.
way earlier.
Oh, is that what it was?
But I think I don't believe so, actually. I believe the Mustang broke earlier. Kanya
Oh, he
not
went
expecting it, and I was actually blocking the line of sight for his braking point. But that very same Mustang is still leaving the door wide open for these two, and he's not getting out of the way. As we're seeing an aggressive fight here, this Mustang's for some reason getting in the middle of it. This is for first and second place, and it's a back marker getting in the way. We need a
Don't play around.
we need a refresher on blue flag rules. Apparently,
I think that's McDonald's.
I believe it is. It is McDonald there. We might be seeing some complaints from our top 2 drivers currently sitting.
There's no
Not
reason.
sure. Take a look at this fight for 18th place. Wes Jones, currently closely followed by Aiden Pittman and Eric Metcalf. Down into turn 1, as a big bonk happens off the left-hand side of your screen there. I think that was a back marker that just got caught up in the mess. I'm not sure. It's car 450. That would be CJ or CW Wells? CW Wells, I believe it was. Got caught up in that, unluckily for him. Lan Jacobs actually makes up a position on Mike Cook for 20. Sorry, Mike Cook just takes it back right after for 25th position. So definitely some fights occurring in the closing 10 minutes of this race as we wind down. It's great to see this much sort of fight left in these drivers. This late on.
Yeah. I'm still watching the battle between Kanye and Grider. Kanye's only 0.2, 0.3 seconds behind.
Both cars predominantly using a sort of a pink livery, or pink or purple, I guess you could call it, the Galaxy or Nebula sort of livery that Kanye has going. Grider's is definitely pink though.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, it has some purple on there too. Depends on what kind of angle the sun hits it. We got 8 minutes left of this.
Lizzie is in the pits now.
Lizzie is in the pits. I wonder what that is for. With 10 minutes left to go and she's in the pit lane? What's that about? Not too sure. Wes Jones still fending this position off from Eric Metcalf and Aiden Pittman behind. He's been doing a good job so far. See if he can continue that. 7 minutes left of an hour-and-a-half race. These drivers are probably getting a slight bit tired. Some of them more than others. Some of them are more used to a sort of endurance style of racing. Some of them not so much.
Yeah, I would say when I do a race, an hour seems about average.
It seems to be. So some of their hands probably starting to hurt a little bit, getting a little sore. Maybe the force feedback too high on their wheels. You can never know. Those things do make a difference, of course.
I overgrip with my left hand when I race. So by the time my hand would be hurting right now, I'd be complaining to myself.
Take a quick onboard with Aiden Pittman here. He tries to chase down Metcalf in front.
What is that on the window? Is that the sticker board, the timing board?
That would be the nameplate positioning board, whatever they call it. He is right up close with Metcalf, as Metcalf has a pretty bad run through the chicane there. As the dirt and dust highlighted by the sun there will go to an outside view.
Tubog's working in the first place for the red plates.
That's good for him. Did Gerber or Tonkin? Oh my goodness. Right when I look away, there's absolute pandemonium here. So, I'm going to take a look. Wes Jones is currently in the front here. Oh, Wes Jones just colliding with Eric Metcalf on the outside there. Just too ambitious on the start. or on the under acceleration and just completely screws himself there, along with Eric Metcalf. But it looks like he gave the position back, so it was nice to see. But Aiden Pittman gaining pure profit off of that little incident, him not picking up any damage and gaining, I believe, 2 positions off of that as well. Lizzie in the pits due to family matters.
Oh.
And almost killing Burr. Unfortunate. Alright, take a look at this fight between Almeida and Landry. So going to the left-hander, Landry going quite wide. Nothing too bad.
Gerber trying to make a move on Tonkin for second place from the red plates. Just keeping an eye on the race leaders.
It's like Almeida went pretty wide there, hits the grass, slows himself down, allows Landry to go through. As Elliott goes in front of Quark there, and Quark is off the track, posing a yellow flag, and that might impact the race leader who's coming up on them pretty soon. Christopher Grider very close behind that incident that just occurred. Gerber closing in on Tonkin too for the second place of the red plates.
Oh, side by side.
As
Gerber fast.
well, just opens, Simon Tonkin opens the door, leaves it open, invites him in, cooks him some food, and lets him go.
If he was a vampire, he'd be dead by now. Could have been bloodsucked.
Tonkin totally just letting Gerber through there. Currently sticking with him. Ahead here for 6th place. We have Kossobun in front, and Tubog is the car behind. These two are not in the same class, but Tubog is the class leader for the red plates. And currently 7th overall position. So this shouldn't really matter. I don't know why Kossobun is trying to fight this. He's not really losing any positions in terms of actual actual standing within the pro division. They're not in the same class. It really should not matter. Please do not try and dive bomb. That would have been horrific. Doesn't do so, thankfully. Tonkin and Gerber still going at it. Out of the final corner, Tonkin takes the inside, makes the move stick. These two are teammates, by the way. They're rocking almost the exact same livery, of course. Different numbers on there. So we're going to go side by side into turn 1. Neck and neck.
The liveries are actually different. One has a News RS logo across the hip of the car. The other one doesn't have it in the bright white.
Oh, I see. As Tonkin actually gets into the grass there a little bit, loses a bunch of time, unluckily for him. That gives Mirero a position, but of course they are not in the same class, so it doesn't really matter. Just for show, I suppose. Devin Anthony getting chased closely by Steve Poe. Ryder still getting chased by Canyon. That gap down now to 0.5, 0.4 seconds roundabout. Kossobun still on the back end of Tubog.
Leader is on the final lap. Devin Anthony's been holding out 4th place this entire time. It would stink to lose it on the last lap. You got this, Devin.
I'm not sure why Kossobun is so intent on fighting this little fight that they have going on here. Maybe it's just for fun, but this could ruin Tubog's race. He is in the lead for the AMS. Kanya getting awfully close to Grider there. Grider going really wide. That could be a track limits warning. Grider has been known to get a drive-through penalty or 2.
Oh, back markers.
Back markers are catching up. This is going to start to get interesting here.
Half of the lap left.
Going to be on board with Kanya. Lily on board with Kanya. and we're going to take a look and see what he can do to Grider. Grider is the pink Porsche ahead here. He's actually getting caught up in the back marker.
Oh.
Kanya, if Kosovo, I'm not sure who is in front here. Oh, as Grider just sort of barges through there. That was very
aggressive.
Very aggressive. I would not be too happy with that if I'm Kanya there. Steve Poe getting ahead of Devin Anthony on the final lap. Devin Anthony sort of wrestling his way back for that position.
Yeah, he got passed on the outside there, unfortunately.
Not just doing it, but they're still close, still potential for another pass by the end of the lap.
He does have that back straight, yep.
I'm keeping an eye on the leaders, making sure that no dive bombs are going to be happening either. As we have Grider and Kanya crossing the line, your first and second place drivers for the white plates and of course overall. We have Burr in third place. We'll see if Devin Anthony goes for a full-on send through the chicane and possibly last corner. Is slowly closing that gap, but it's probably not going to be enough unless he goes for something crazy here. Does not.
Doesn't look like it. No.
Keeps it pretty simple and orthodox. It'll be your fourth and fifth place finishes in Steve Poe and Devin Anthony. Next across the line, I believe, was Coleman Lai, who's somewhere around fifth place in the AMS. Next car on the lead lap.
First and second place are battling for the red plates. I'd hop over to their real
Oh,
fast.
I didn't even see that happening. You are right.
Oh, there's an off track.
Two-bar going off track. Gerber trying to make it go on the outside. Marrero now in the mix for some reason. Oh my goodness, it's a race to the line.
Wow.
Gerber is going to take it on the exit of the final corner. Oh my goodness. I want to watch a replay.
Impressive. Very impressive. Very nice corner. Very well done.
Gerber able to just get the pull out of that final corner there.
Nice. He didn't lift. He stayed on throttle. That was a good corner.
Fantastic drive from them. So your finishing order for the red plates are going to be Gerber in first, Tubog in second place, and Tonkin in third for the red plates.
What a great
Fantastic
race.
drive from all of them. That was a fantastic race. And I already said our white plate names there, so hopefully we get some interviews to do.
Tanya's already in
Just a
there.
Memento. If anyone got a podium that race, please hop into the standby rooms. We can interview with you in just a second.
Man, what a finish by Gerber. That was nice.
Yeah, that was a fantastic finish by Gerber. That was woof. It was good.
That's something to be happy about.
Didn't really have much else to say about that. Let's see.
We got Kanye in there. Let's bring him in.
Give me just a second, would you?
Yeah, no worries. I think that was 5 seconds, if I counted right. All right, we got We got Chris and we got this guy. We got Grider and Kanya in here in the booth with us. Exciting stuff that we saw you guys freaking racing there. Great. It was pretty much you guys the entire race, except for when Jay Burr got out of there. I hate when it sounds like tell me about it, but please tell me about it. Let's start with our race leader. I was Grider.
I got very lucky early. There was a couple little touches that happened early, and I got in third, and then I decided to stay out, and somehow I got back into first. After my pit, I took tires and everything. I started actually doing the start and stop by myself instead of manually or automatic, so that felt better. Kanye, I think, had the pace. To be honest, I was kind of thinking about giving it to him because he passed me a couple times. But there at the end, it was like, man, I wanted it.
It was great on
It's a
that.
great battle.
Great battle when you passed him though, because he went off a little bit on track into the dirt. We had just swapped over to the camera and we're like, oh man, if one of them, or Will's like, if one of them just messes up, and then he messed up right away, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
God
that
damn it,
was-
Will.
That was a pure case of commentator's curse, and I do apologize for that. That's my fault.
1000%, 1000%. How about you, Kanya? How was your race? You enjoy it tonight?
Well, I'll talk about that curse there for a second. Was totally watching the lap car and front's brake lights, and the 200 was on top of the 100 at that point. And got totally like lost in space, and yeah, just went straight across the chicane or the second part of the chicane. So that was fun. But yeah, I mean, great fight at the end. It would have felt a little cheap to get it using traffic there, but you know,
Yeah.
Oh,
he made it stick, and amazing move, and glad it all worked
and
out.
you, Kanya, wasn't that you that hit Burr in the chicane?
Yeah,
You guys,
so that
you
it
guys
was right
bumped
before,
off each other.
yeah, it
That's
was right
right.
before the chicane. So we were going past the lap car again. We were 3 wide,
3 wide, yeah.
right through the kink there. We all kind of got pushed over. He was on the grasscrete there on the outside, and then we slowly moved over the right, and then I got tapped on the rear end a little bit. That sent me sideways into him. I got straightened
Yeah.
out by him. Then I broke early, just because it was just chaos, and then we ended up going into each other there. So I decided right then and there to throw it into the pits. Was super cautious, so lost a bunch of time there.
That was exciting. That was very
yeah.
exciting. Will
Yeah, it was
missed
a
it because
busy
he was
race.
feeding it. He was feeding himself, so he was like, "I'm gonna go make some food and miss this exciting race."
I completely missed that entire sort of incident and change of position there at the front because I was getting food. I step away for 2 minutes and it happens every time.
Yeah.
But hey, man, we appreciate you guys racing tonight, letting us hang out and watch you guys while you did your thing. You know, I hope everybody in the stream enjoyed it as well. I know I did.
Oh yeah, it was a hell of a race to watch. Very, very entertaining.
Thanks for streaming it.
Yeah,
Look
thank
forward
you
to
for
going back.
streaming it.
Absolutely no
Okay.
problem.
Might have to watch it tonight to wind down.
Yeah.
Hopefully the YouTube upload doesn't take too long as well. But that's what it is. To cap us off, congratulations to both of you. Good finishing positions. I'm not sure where you guys finish in the standings. Of course, possible stewarding has to be done first.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, bar any
Yeah,
unforeseen circumstances. I think that bumps me above. What's his face? I'm blanking now. Darren, because he missed two races this season.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh dang!
I will-
So I think that slides me into third.
I will take myself
Very
a
nice.
quick look at the rookie season just to see the standings right now. Gerber, you're currently in first. Am I looking at this right? Gerber ain't
Oh,
even in here. What am I talking about?
I was gonna say we've got
I'm
Grider
off
and
my
Kanye.
It's
rocker
close.
today.
It's close.
That's close. It starts with that.
I was a Gerber baby.
Kanya, looks like will probably overtake Darren and possibly Menendez since Menendez wasn't here tonight. Not too sure about that though. We'll have to see. It is of course a double points race, I believe, due to it being the finale and not being split. But again, congratulations to you two, and I hope to see you racing more in the future.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. Keep sticking around.
Great race tonight.
Do you have anybody you want to pass it on raid with there, Will? I don't know how to do it, so.
You know, I will do it. Let me...
Thanks, Lizzie.
Actually, is Jeremy here? Jeremy! I'm yelling at you. Are you here?
He's lurking.
You like to think he's lurking. He was eating a steak, so
Yeah.
steak takes priority.
Dumb steak. No problem, Lizzie.
I want steak. Sounds delicious.
I
Did you
know.
say steak?
said-
I
I just said
watched that
chicken.
the other night.
Mm.
Chicken? I gotta go make dinner after this right now.
Alright, well, that's going to be the end of the stream for us. Everybody
Yep.
say goodbye to the stream. And
Bye.
we will get a raid join
Smooches. Good night.
shortly.
Thanks for
Love
hanging out.
you.
Love
Oh
you all.
boy.
Have fun. Mwah.
Have a good night.